All right, so this was supposed to be a video of me reacting to like 15 crazy sports, but I forgot to hit screen record, so I thought it'd be funny if I just upload the video of me reacting. So enjoy me reacting to nothing. What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Today we are back and we are reacting to weird sports around the world. And starting off, this this video looks like it's gonna be pretty interesting. So it looks like we got foot wrestling, maybe something like that.
There are several lesser-known sports that don't get the attention and fanfare they deserve.
I've seen this one before where you slide down the mountain. I feel like this one, I feel like I could win this one.
Some are dangerous, and others are just plain bizarre. So
Hot
put
dogs.
your game face on and join
What is that? Carry a person while you're walking through mud, the sport?
us for the top 15
What? What is this? What are those called again? The thing, what are the, whatever.
most rare and unusual sports in the world.
Fish throwing contest?
Number 15, Quidditch.
Okay, this is Harry Potter. This one should be obvious.
Let's kick off our list with something a little goofy. And even though the sport is
I'm pretty sure the college I went to had a Quidditch team that you could join. Kind of weird if you're playing Quidditch, not gonna lie.
essentially made up, the game of Quidditch has managed to leap off the page and onto our Muggle fields. Harry Potter fans were so captivated by the airborne sport that they managed to create their own version that's a little more
Bruh, the golden thing, whatever it's called in Harry Potter, is such a dumb rule. Like, imagine they have that in basketball. Imagine you're playing basketball. It's just some dude in the parking lot chasing like a bug that's flying around, and if he catches it, the game is just over.
accessible. So you won't need a flying broomstick to play this version of Quidditch.
What?
And believe it or not, people can get pretty intense out there. These real-world enthusiasts typically play on a field hockey
Okay, that's so dumb that you have to hold a broom in between your legs while you play it.
pitch or hold brooms between their legs as they run around trying to catch the quaffle, avoid the bludgers, and of course snag that illustrious golden snitch.
Why are they
But
kicking
seeing
it?
as how magic isn't real, players have to improvise, usually having someone dressed in gold act as the game-winning ball and run around the field as fast and as frenzied as their muggle legs will let them go. This
That would probably be fun. Being that dude, you just try and run away from everyone. That would probably be really fun.
form of Quidditch started out at a few colleges in the United States, but when
There you
word
go.
spread like wildfire, it quickly spread all across the country. All of these games, though, are intramural, so don't expect to see it officially recognized anytime soon. Sometimes
Oh,
it's
man.
just about having fun. Number 14, Sepak Takraw. Unless you're from Southeast Asia, or
Football?
at least have spent a good amount of
Wait,
time
that's
there,
sick.
chances are you've never heard of this
Wait, this is sick. This is like hacky sack, but professional.
wild sport before. Sepak Takraw is like volleyball, except the athletes can only use their feet, knees, shoulders, and head to launch the ball
Wait, that's sick, bro. I bet people in South America would be crazy at this.
over the net. Because of these rules,
Dang,
the game is
that
also
actually looks
fittingly
fun.
known as kick volleyball. And if you think this sport looks tough, you're right. It's not the type of game you're going to find children playing at recess, because the amount of athleticism
Yeah,
required
damn.
in Sepak Takraw is astounding. Players are
Damn.
constantly launching themselves high into the air
I could not move my leg like that. Damn.
to get their unique woven rattan ball over the net. It also requires a great deal of accuracy to earn a point. It's no easy feat to perfectly aim a ball just using about anything but your hands. These strong yet nimble players
Bro,
manage
that's
to pull
crazy. That man got his leg all the way over his head.
it off. Sepak Takraw officially kicked off in
Damn.
1945, and it wasn't until the mid-1980s that United States teams entered the fray, albeit they have a tendency to lose quite badly.
I bet, bro. These people look
Number
crazy.
13, tuna tossing. Some sports also allow us to show off just how strong we are, and sometimes
Throwing a tuna?
tossing is the perfect way to do that.
I bet that smells
Tuna tossing
terrible.
began in South Australia, in the small fishing community of Port Lincoln. Whether they
I love thinking of like how could that start? Like some dudes are just sitting around at a bar. They're like, "Oh, you fucker, I bet I could throw a tuna farther than your ass."
came up with the idea because they were bored or had too
That was a bad Australian accent.
much tuna is anybody's guess, but the stories say that it was inspired by the local fishermen tossing their catch onto their trucks with such force that they decided
Damn, that was
to
a
make
good
it an
throw.
attraction at a local festival. The rules of tuna tossing are quite simple. Whoever can throw one 20-pound tuna the farthest is the winner. Maybe if they're lucky, they can take it
I bet I could win that.
home, although what even the best chefs can do with a beaten up 20-pound tuna is anybody's guess. The festival and sport are still going on to this day, but officials have found a way to keep things a little cleaner, and maybe even some tuna in the process by having the participants chuck around a giant rubber fish instead.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Number 12, toe wrestling.
Bro. Nah, bro. This can't be real. This is not real.
There's Greco-Roman wrestling. There's arm and even thumb wrestling. But toe wrestling? Yeah, you heard that right. Toe wrestling isn't all that different from arm wrestling. Only this time around, players are doing their best to pin their opponent's toes for 3
So hot.
seconds. And if you're competing in this unusual sport, you better have cleaned your feet and cut your toenails, because if you
What are they wrestling about? Is it just whose ankle can break first?
haven't been able to figure it out already, this one is done barefoot. Players have to alternate between their left and right feet over 3 rounds in this winner-take-all style event. Men and women are put in
Okay, this is in that he has a France flag on his foot. This is obviously something in Europe.
separate divisions, but there are no weight classes here. So
Bro.
the bigger the foot, the better the chances of quite literally crushing the
How do you win? Your ankle breaks?
competition. And for those with a true competitive spirit, the World Toe Wrestling Championship has been crowning
What is that mask, bro? These people are odd.
winners for the last 5 decades.
Let's go! I broke his ankle.
Number 11, hot dog eating contest.
Okay, this one's a little more understandable. My man, is that Joey Chestnut right there?
This one isn't so
I
rare.
think that's him
but
right
when it
there.
comes down to it, a hot dog eating contest is downright unusual. Consider how many dogs
It is not unusual. It's kind of unusual.
these competitors can eat in such a short amount of time and how much preparation they put into the event. The only rule in this funky sport is to eat as much as you can in 10 minutes. Most people can maybe eat a handful, but hot dog legends like Kobayashi
Wait, that dude used to make YouTube
and
videos.
Joey Chestnut can wolf down about 76 in that same time span.
Jeez,
People
bro.
out there have done the math.
76 hot dogs in a minute, or however long it said. That is crazy.
Calculated that Chestnut has eaten well over 19,000 hot dogs in his lifetime.
Jeez, bro. 19,000 hot dogs. Hot dogs are nasty too, bro. I don't even want to watch the videos of like what's inside a hot dog, but I know it's something nasty.
It's probably not the healthiest lifestyle, but the man stands at 6 foot 1 inches tall and weighs around 220 pounds, so the man is by no means obese. And Kobayashi is just 5 foot 8 inches tall, and despite some yo-yoing, weighs about 130 pounds. And while the
Dang.
annual Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest at Coney Island isn't the only competitive eating event in the world, it certainly has garnered the most attention and prestige. Number 10, man versus horse marathons.
What? Okay, this one's stupid as hell. Obviously a horse is gonna beat you.
It is hard enough running a marathon against a fellow trained athlete in peak physical condition, but what about racing a horse? Do you think anyone even stands a chance? Well,
No.
probably not. But people have been trying every year in Wales for the last few decades. It all
Are they retarded?
started out in a pub in 1979 when Gordon Green and Glenn Jones argued over who would win in a marathon between a horse and a man. It's a strange argument to have, but sillier things have been uttered late at night at the pub. Ever since then, the annual 22-mile marathon is held in Welshtown, Wales, where men and horses pony up to see who's the fastest. And the marathon can be a bit treacherous, with all the participants
Bro, I
traversing through
bet.
rough field terrain and the
You're
occasional
racing
small
a
stream.
horse.
And of course, there's a jockey
Wait, that looks pretty. That looks actually beautiful.
riding and guiding the horse along the course.
I want to go
If
there.
someone does manage to beat the horse, then they win a hefty cash prize of $40,000. And believe it or not, 2 men have managed to walk away with the prize money already.
What? They beat a horse in a marathon? 2 people have? How did I never heard of this?
Number 9, wife carrying. There are some sports
Wife
out there that
carrying?
really don't leave
Okay, I would be good at that.
their small towns, and wife carrying sounds
Look at this dude. This dude isn't carrying shit. That's his buddy. That's not his
like
wife.
it's one of those traditions. Wife carrying has somehow managed to gain some global appeal. The unusual sport's origins began in Finland with the 19th century local
my
legend
gosh.
of Ronkainen the robber. The story says that Ronkainen and his group of robbers lived in the forest and would sneak into towns to steal food and women. The women were slung over the gang members' shoulders and hauled off back into the forest. Whether or not the legend is true doesn't really matter at this
What? They made a sport off of kidnapping women? That's a weird origin story for a sport.
This point, because wife carrying is here to stay.
That dude just hopped a log with his wife on his back. That's pretty impressive.
The rules are quite simple.
I could do it though.
Men carry a woman through an obstacle course, and whoever has the fastest time is the winner. There are apparently different ways to carry your wife too. There's the classic piggyback, the
Piggyback would probably not be effective.
fireman's carry, and then the Estonian style, where she's upside down with her
I bet the Estonian is the smart one.
legs over his neck and shoulders. Hey, whatever works.
Because they're all doing the Estonian.
Wife Carrying World Championship is held every year and welcomes state champions from Great Britain, Australia, Germany, Estonia, and even the United States.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built.
Number 8. Bog snorkeling.
What?
Sometimes
That's gross. You accidentally misplace your snorkel and you get a bunch of bacteria in your mouth that'll kill you probably.
sports can get a little dirty. American football is played rain or shine, sleet or snow, and you of course run the risk of getting sandy when you play some beach volleyball. What
Right?
about playing in a bog? Well, that's exactly what
A bog?
snorkeling
Where are bogs? Are there bogs in the south? I bet.
is. And while you may not be rolling around the mud and gunk, participants are certainly getting down and dirty in there.
Ugh.
Another odd sport with roots in a Welsh
What are the point of goggles? You couldn't even see anything. I guess just to protect your eyes.
town. The bog snorkelers are decked out in their flippers and snorkeling gear and have to complete 2
Damn.
lengths of the 60-yard trench. It may sound easy, but to make it harder, you're not allowed to use your hands. Feet only. Couple that with the fact that you're neck deep in bog water and trying to keep it out of your mouth, and you're actually looking at one tough sport, no matter how silly it may
I mean, not tough, just nasty.
look to the untrained eye. And every year in the town of
Kicking what is it, 120 yards? That's easy. That would just take a minute, but it would just be nasty.
Clennerted Wells, Wales, you can check out the World Bog
Bro, it's all of these are in Wales. Why are all of them in Wales? What is wrong with people in Wales?
Snorkeling Championships and see just how it's done down there. Number 7. Extreme ironing.
What?
Everybody hates doing
What? Are they underwater? Ironing? What? Wait, don't tell me underwater basket weaving is going to be next.
household chores, but what if you can make it fun by taking it to the next level? That's exactly what extreme ironing athletes do. This extreme sport
There's
involves
no
the
way.
participants packing up their wrinkly clothes, ironing
What?
board and iron, and hauling them to the most remote or dangerous location they can find. And from there, they
Wait, this is actually hilarious.
get to ironing. Extreme ironing manages to mix extreme outdoor activities and boring chores to produce something fun, no matter how unusual
I think I'm going to get into this. I think I'm going to get into extreme ironing.
it may be. It's a great way to get people out of the house, and perhaps even a better way to get those shirts pressed just right. Some of the most notable performances were done after a tough rock climb, in forests, on a canoe, on top
What?
of statues, underwater, and even while skiing and parachuting.
Oh my
And you can
gosh.
either iron on your own
That's actually really funny. Why have I never heard of this?
or with a small team. The sport has
What?
a governing body called the Extreme Ironing Bureau that's
This is in my top 5 sports of all time. Extreme ironing, bro. That's crazy.
always accepting new athletes for this different kind of Iron Man.
Wait, would that not kill you? Bringing it in the water, would that not electrocute you?
Number 6, cheese rolling.
Okay,
The first
yeah,
ever
I've seen
recorded
this.
cheese race happened
Oh my
back in
gosh.
1826, but even that account said that this has been going on for even longer. The
Bro, that's so bad for your brain. Oh my gosh. Bro. That's so bad for your brain. Your brain is just bouncing around in there. That's so bad for your brain, but I could do it.
annual Cooper's Hill cheese rolling and wake event takes place in Gloucester, England. The rules are pretty simple. A 9-pound Gloucester double cheese round is sent rolling down a 200-yard long hill. The hill is so steep that if you're standing at the top, you can't even see the slope. But the
Damn.
weight of the cheese round combined with the slope makes the round travel at a top speed of 70 miles an hour, which can be pretty dangerous for the spectators standing at the bottom of the hill. Their only advice is to duck when that thing gets close, because it
Damn,
can
70
easily
miles an
turn you
hour?
into head cheese.
That's
The
crazy. That would just kill you.
participants wait at the top and the cheese is given a head start, but once that thing starts rolling, that's when the bodies start flying. Everyone runs down the hill as fast as
Are they trying to beat the cheese, or they just go when the cheese
they
goes?
can, but the hill is so treacherous that they mostly fall, roll, and tumble. This sport is actually incredibly dangerous for everyone involved, and injury
Yeah.
is very, very common. But the winner gets not just the bragging rights, but the cheese round too. And
Let's
perhaps
go.
the funkiest part of the Cooper Hill cheese rolling and wake is that it's put on each year by the local Cheese Rollers pub.
Let's go. We got a block of cheese for some permanent brain damage.
Number 5, unicycle hockey.
This is going in my top 5 as well.
Hockey is a pretty tough
Unicycle
sport.
hockey?
First, you have to be a great skater. You've got to be nimble and all of that equipment. And then there's the body checking and the occasional fist fight. And the completely unrelated sport of unicycling is tough in its own right as well. Staying balanced high up in the air ain't no easy feat. And
Right.
that's if you can even get on the thing without cracking open your skull.
Getting open your skull.
In this life of masculinity, when do you know to ask for help?
I think that's the hardest thing, especially when you're
But what if someone was crazy enough to combine the two activities?
Bro.
Well, that's exactly what people did when
Bro.
they created the unusual yet aptly named sport of unicycle hockey. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out just what goes on here. Players get on their unicycles, grab a hockey stick, and go to town. There are 5
That seems really difficult.
players per team, and the biggest rule here is that both feet must be on the unicycle at all times. The arena is set up pretty similarly to an ice hockey rink, and the goals are placed so that players can ride behind them as well. This is another rare sport that manages to have a governing body, the International Unicycling Federation.
That's crazy.
Number 4,
I wonder who like the best unicycle hockey player is. Like, I wonder who the best guy is.
competitive worm charming.
What the
Worm-
hell? Competitive worm charming? There's no way this is real. There's no way.
Worm charming, also known as worm fiddling and worm
What?
grunting, is a method of extracting worms from the ground. The worms are usually used
You can do that?
for fishing or to collect bait, sometimes maybe even to make compost. Worms are sensitive to vibrations in the soil because it typically means a mole or other subterranean predator is closing in and looking to make a meal of them. So when someone goes out worm charming, they vibrate the soil to scare the worms and bring them to the surface. But in certain more rural parts of the world, people have managed to turn this into a sport. Enter the world of competitive worm charming.
Bro,
All the
that's
participants have to do
crazy.
is lure as many earthworms out of the ground as they can in their
I wonder what like the most anyone's ever harvested is. Like 100 worms?
allotted area within a specific time. There are a handful of techniques that get these creepy crawlies up to the surface, but the most common, most accessible, and most popular is to just tap the ground rhythmically until the worms start showing up. Teams will consist of the charmer, catcher, and counter. And these slimy competitions are held from Texas to Ontario to Cheshire.
Damn.
Number 3, pumpkin chunkin'.
Pumpkin
Pumpkin
chunkin'.
chunkin' is a pretty
Okay, hey, wait. This is I don't think this is a sport. I think this is just like what STEM class does.
simple sport, but how it's done, maybe not so much. Participants bring their homemade slingshots, catapults, trebuchets, and even cannons and load them up with a big old pumpkin and let her rip. This sport happens in the fall when pumpkins are in season in the United States and is put on
Boom.
by the World Championship Pumpkin Chunkin' Association. The event has been going on since 1985, with the longest shot even making it into the Guinness Book of World Records.
Hey,
The title is held by the pneumatic cannon named the Big 10-inch, and it managed
the big 10-inch. That doesn't sound too big. I'm 12.
to chuck that pumpkin a whopping 5,545 and a half feet in Moab,
What?
Utah in 2010. It's
5,500
absolutely
feet?
insane.
Oh,
People
it's that
can get
big.
pretty creative when it comes to their prized pumpkin chuckers. Just try and make sure that you're not standing on the other end of the field when one of these wild fall
Damn.
events is going on. Number
That
2,
is
caber
insane.
tossing. Typically, a
Scotland, I'm guessing.
part of the spring and summer Scottish Highland Games.
Yep.
Caber tossing requires a serious amount of strength to pull off. This
What?
sport may look a bit unorthodox to the global community, but it's remained a great Scottish pastime. This sport involves
Bro, that's like Guts from Berserk.
the eponymous tosser to, well, toss a large tapered pole called the caber. The caber is usually made of a larch tree, so you can really think of caber tossing
Damn.
as tree throwing. The cabers are usually 16 to 20 feet tall and can weigh anywhere from 90 to 150 pounds, so the
Damn.
weight need not apply. But how does a sport like this even come about? Well, it's said that it started when the folks were throwing logs across narrow chasms to make footbridges, and lumberjacks tossing logs into streams. Eventually, the
That has to be so bad for your back.
Scottish lumberjacks wanted to see who the biggest and strongest was, and around the 16th century, caber tossing was born.
So I'm assuming the goal is to get it like to flip, like you get it to land and then it falls away from you.
Number 1. Gurning contests. A
Gurning?
gurn
What is gurning?
is an English term meaning an extremely distorted and all-around goofy-looking facial expression.
All right, wait, let's try gurning real quick.
When we were kids,
That was my
and
attempt at
even when we're
gurning.
fun-loving adults, we probably making gurns all the time. And at school, some kids may want to see who can make the
Monkey
silliest
boy.
face. But what happens when adults want to take it to the next level?
Bro.
Well, then you've got yourself an official gurning contest on your hands.
Bro.
Gurning contests are a British tradition where participants compete to see who can pull off the most distorted facial expression possible. Of course, it sounds silly, but some people are
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
surprisingly able to make some funky faces. Part of the tradition also
Oh my gosh, wait, there's a dude who does this. Oh my gosh, pop up a picture. Gabe editing this, pop up a picture of him.
involves making the face while sticking your head through a horse collar in what's known as gurning through a braffen. The World Gurning Championships have taken place every year since at
Why a horse collar? That's kind of demeaning.
least 1852. No one really knows how it was started, but what is known is that the best gurners are people without teeth, since they have
Interesting.
more room to move and distort their jaws. But the sport
Jeez, bro, that's not real.
even has 2 top all-stars. Tommy Mattinson, who won the men's world title 15 times.
Oh
and
my
Anne Woods,
gosh.
who won the
Wait, was that the Queen with him?
women's world title an amazing 28
Bro, I won the. Hey, what's up, boys? I just won the Gurning world title.
times. Watch our
All right, thank y'all for watching. Love you very much. Peace.